أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Tonight will be our 16th lesson in our series on learning to read the Holy Quran, and tonight's lesson will introduce us to the Saakin, or what is also called the Sukoon. And this Saakin or Sukoon has the appearance that you see in this little box, this small looking circle. Now, in some prints of the Quran or in some fonts that are used, you will see the Saakin written as this circle, and in some prints of the Quran, you will see the Saakin written like this. You could say like a backwards C. Both of these are correct. For example, in the Quran that we were using to read the Juz of Quran tonight, you saw displayed on your screens, it was in this form. But in many of the digitally written forms on the keyboards, it'll be in the circular form. So what you will see in the examples to follow and in the print that we're using here for these lessons, it'll be as you see here in this circular form. But in some prints of the Quran, as we said, you will see the Saakin written like this. So just remember to be able to recognize both of them. So what does the Saakin do? The Saakin joins two letters into one syllable. So the first letter of the syllable has a short vowel, and the second letter will have the Saakin. So for example, you see here there's an alif with a fatha. This will be the first letter. And the second letter that it's going to join to in this example is the noon, and the noon has the Saakin on top of it. So the letter with Saakin, and in this example, the noon, the letter with Saakin does not itself have a vowel. It doesn't have a vowel movement. It gets joined with the letter to its right into one syllable. So when you read the letter that has the Saakin, you're only pronouncing its sound. It doesn't have a vowel of its own. The Saakin means a stop on the letter. It means that you stop on the sound of that letter. So the way that we pronounce these two letters together is alif with fatha and then noon with Saakin. So we read them together as an. You see the vowel is pronounced on top of the alif, a, and then we connect it with the sound of the noon, but we stop on the noon. The noon does not have its own vowel. We say an. This is not ana, ani, anu. No, the noon does not have a vowel. We stop on the sound of the noon. We say an. So we're going to go through some examples, some simple examples to illustrate this. So here we have the letter ha with fatha. So if we were to read this ha by itself, it would be read as ha. But here we have a lam that has a Saakin. So this lam will be joined with this ha as one syllable, and we will stop on the sound of the lam. We read it as hal. You see, we read the two of them together, hal, as one syllable. So once we produce the sound of the lam, if we were reading a sentence, if we're reading the Quran, we would move on to the next word. We say hal, and then we move on to the next letter, the next word. Our next example is a lam that has fatha followed by the letter waw. So here we say la, plus we add the sound of the waw to it. So we say law. You see how that's pronounced? Law. It's la plus the sound of the waw, which is w. So we say law. Our next example. This, as you remember, this is the lowercase of the kaf. So this is the letter kaf with a fatha. By itself, it's pronounced ka. But now after we have this ya that has a Saakin on it. So we connect this ka with this ya. So we say ka and then add the sound of the ya to, we say kai. You see how it's pronounced? Kai. The ya itself does not have a fatha, kasra, dhamma. It doesn't have a long or short vowel. We just only pronounce the sound of the ya. We say kai. Next we have this lowercase qaf with a dhamma. So the qaf of dhamma is pronounced q, And then we have lam with sakin, so we have to join the two together as one syllable. So we say qul. If you remember, the sakin means that we stop on the sound of the letter, so we stop on the sound of the lam. It's q plus l, so we say qul. Our next example is also two letters. The first letter is the meme. So you see the lowercase form of the meme with kasra. So this is pronounced me, and then we add at the end of this me the sound of the noon, because the noon has sakin, so we have to join them together. We say min. So you see that the vowel that's pronounced in the syllable is the vowel that's on the first letter. So we say min, and we stop on the second letter that has the sakin. Now here we have a letter that has a word that has three letters. So how do we pronounce this? So let's do it one letter at a time. So we have a ba here, you know, this small little curved space here with the one dot underneath is ba, and the ba has a kasra. So the ba with kasra is pronounced as be. But then we have this lowercase sin, and the sin has a sakin. So that means we have to read this ba and the sin as one syllable. We have to connect the sound of the sin with the ba. So we say bis. So this is one syllable. We say bis, and then we move on to the next letter. So bis, remember the sin does not have a vowel. It's not bisa, bise, bisor, or anything. Bis, that's it. Once we pronounce the sound of the sin, we move on to this next letter, which is a meme, and this meme has a kasra. So we read the meme with kasra by itself, which is me. So now we say bis me. This is how we pronounce this. Bis me. Bisme. Our next letter also has three letters. The first letter is a ya, because you know this space here, this small curve with two dots underneath is ya. And the ya has a fatha, so it's pronounced ya. But then after the ya is a waw that has sakin, so we have to connect the sound of the waw to this ya with its vowel. So we say yaw. Yaw. And then after it we have again this meme that has kasra. We don't connect the meme to this waw. It's separate from it. When we say yaw, we already pronounced the letter waw. Now we move on to the meme, which has a kasra. We say me. So this is two syllables. First yaw, then me. Yaw me. Again, yaw me. Two syllables. Our next word also has three letters. The first letter here, this is ghain. This right here with the dot is ghain. It has a fatha, so it's pronounced gha. But it's followed by a ya that has sakin. So we have to connect this ya with this ghain. So we say ghay. You see, it's gha plus the sound of y, the ya. So we say ghay, gha, y. Ghay. Now we pronounce the next letter, which is ra with kasra, which is pronounced re. So now we read the whole word, one syllable at a time. Ghay re. Ghayre. Very easy. And now this is our last word for this lesson. This also has three syllables. I'm sorry, three letters. First we have the letter ya with fatha. So this is pronounced ya. Next we have the letter lam, the lowercase of the lam connected to that ya. The lam has kasra, so this is pronounced le, but there's a dal after it that has sakin. So we have to connect the lam with the dal. We have to read them together. We have to say lid. You see, this is lam has kasra, it's le. The sound of the dal is d, so we have to say le d, but without a break. We say lid. So now we read the word. First syllable is ya. Second syllable is lid. Yalid. So let's go back very quickly and read our practice words. First word, this is pronounced hal. This is pronounced law. We read this as kay. This is pronounced as قل. Our next word is pronounced min. Our next word is pronounced bisme. Then we have our next word يوم. Our next word is pronounced as غير. And our last word is pronounced يلد. So that is the end of our lesson for tonight.